I've lived here all my life. I was brought home here from the maternity hospital, so this was the family home.
Shettletson Housing Association gave me a home, and they've actually gave me a new life.
Have house is important for me and for the children to grow. They have their own place for homework, for play.
When you talk about home, it's about a safe, secure environment. But fundamentally, it's about a place that is your own.
The Housing Association was set up as a registered social landlord to provide good quality, affordable housing for those who need it.
When we come to Scotland from Poland, we just went to private landlord house. I have 5 children, and the house from the private landlord is just 3 bedrooms, 1 bed, 3 boys, and 2 girls sleeping in the 1 bed. I don't know what can happen tomorrow. If I don't have the money to pay, maybe the landlord tell me I should go out. I put the application about the housing association in the Shettletson, and I just explained my difficult situation about the children. We get this house fast. This is very, very different. I feel I'm at home.
A private landlord is fundamentally in it for profit. In a housing association, we are not.
The house is very, very different. First, it's cheap. This is my house, and I can do anything I want to do it. Painting, if I want to invite somebody as visitors, the people can come. And my bigger son have his own room. They have their own bed, so no one is pushing another one. They don't fight about place, and they feel free.
The association began in the mid-70s when Glasgow was going through a big transition point. People from the council got together with the local community to form what was called a housing association because they wanted to save the tenements and regenerate and save a community.
Good evening everyone, welcome to the management meeting for the 1st of March tonight. And has everyone signed the sediment?
The big decisions are made ultimately by the committee.
If you wish to be on the committee of Shettletson Housing Association, you pay £1 and you're then eligible to stand for election. We're volunteers, we don't get paid for the work that we do. We want to be involved in the running of the association and looking after the houses and the people in the community.
They have a mandate for what they're doing, and they're there to put the interests of the community above all else.
Don't need sugar, I'm sweet enough.
We're the ones who live here, we know what people need. I just like to make a difference and be part of it all.
I've been with Shettletson Housing for 15 years. I moved to a ground floor flat because I started having mobility problems with my legs and my arms and all that as well. This house has not got stairs. Got a wee socket round there as well that the Shettletson Housing put in for me, so I can have my scooter inside or outside.
A lot of our tenants are quite elderly, frail, disabled.
What we want to be able to do is to provide housing opportunities that meets their needs.
The last thing people want to do is have to sell their house or move away from their family and their friends in their local area. They'll live a healthier life rather than losing their independence. So any time that we're doing new builds, we try and build the houses according to our community's needs.
A good landlord means that when someone applies for a house, we deal with that application properly. We deal with it as quickly as we can. When we allocate that house, the house is in good condition.
Any repairs I need, I just call for the housing association in Shettletson. I get very easy, very quick, maybe the same day or next day. Very simple, nice, friendly people.
Upkeep are responsible for doing an awful lot of our maintenance, like close cleaning and garden maintenance.
We set up Upkeep about 10 years ago as a social enterprise because we wanted to provide opportunities for people who had suffered social or economic disadvantage to get long-term stable employment.
They're fantastic, really are. Cutting the grass, and they do that like once a month, so they do. And I don't know what to do without them.
Fundamentally, we are a landlord. If we do that well, it gives us the opportunity of doing other things to add benefit to that core service. One of the services that we provide is supporting people. It's about assisting people who are older or they have certain vulnerabilities.
It's the Wednesday lunch and bingo club. The main thrust of it is to really combat isolation, encourage people to socialise within the community.
When I first came to Shettletson Housing Association, I had clinical depression at the time. I wasn't sure how I was going to cope with that until they said that there was a housing support. The housing support team take me shopping. They write all my letters and stuff if there's letters coming in because I'm no good at that. And they take me to clubs to meet different people as well.
5 and 6, 56.
Gary's my main housing support. I can talk to Gary about anything.
5 and 2, 52. There's a bloody echo somewhere, Stanley.
I call them my angels because that's what they are, they're angels, really.
We offer a package of services to tenants. Energy advice, which assists tenants trying to get their fuel bills down. Welfare rights, which helps tenants with advice over arrears and welfare benefits. And money advice, which deals with what are often underlying issues behind some of the other problems that tenants face.
I call to Housing Association, get appointment with Bernadette. She can help me. Call for the office, write the application for me. She helped me put about child tax credit.
It's a relatively poor area. It needs regeneration work. It's amazing the variety of things that you can actually do once you put your mind to it. It's all about promoting opportunities for local people to come together to run things themselves rather than have projects run for them. We're one of the first in Scotland to promote a men's shed.
I retired a few years ago and I was looking for something to do. The only thing you can do in most of the parts of Glasgow is go to the pub or something like that, or the bookies. But I wasn't really into that, you know, so.
My wife died in May and I've been really lonely since then. So this should help me, you know.
I'm keen on computers, although I'm kind of limited with the sight problem. I like talking to and working with people. The friendship that's here is fantastic.
As you can see, we help each other. Hard that idea.
I don't like sitting about the house watching the television, so I just can't get out of the house. Gives my life peace for a few years and all.
50 years of marriage, she goes like, oh, you can actually tidy up. She's been tidying up after me for about 50 years.
And I really think this is probably better than a doctor's surgery.
Not bad for the first time. Try and get the next one straight.
We developed Fuse, which is a youth cafe to do things which are other than hanging around on street corners.
Why do I enjoy coming? Because everyone's really friendly and it's fun to do all the games and all that.
I like to go on the computers and play games.
Playing with my cousin and playing pool and table tennis.
And it's fun.
We've got the community growing project. This was a spare piece of ground which really wasn't suitable for building houses on. So it was decided to build a community garden.
There's quite a lot of weeds that are beginning to overtake the lavender bushes here.
We're pruning some thyme, putting more herbs in, different types of herbs, maybe some plants as well.
I originally started and I did it because I stayed in a flat that was 4 high, and I started in here because there was no chance of having a garden or a window box being 4 high.
I'd never been interested in gardening, and then I walked by here and just had a look through the fence and thought it looks wonderful.
Don't grow flowers, just anything I can eat. Oh, potatoes, onions, carrots, cabbage. Give it to neighbours and stuff, you know.
We grew a big sunflower last year for you, didn't you? You grew your own, didn't you?
Yeah.
And it was bigger than you, wasn't it?
Yeah, now it's died.
Yeah, now it's died, but we've got the seeds for this year. I've got another 2 started.
Do we make a difference to the area? Of course we do.
It's not just a case of, oh, that's the house I live in. It's very much, you know, that's the house I've made for myself.
Nobody come, nobody tell me I should go out. I don't need to be scared what can be happen tomorrow.
A home is my life, that's my life, a home. Wouldn't give it up for anything. Shettletson House will need to drag me here. So they've also